we're very excited to be sharing this dance with you today. It is a very fun dance. It is called 12 Tribes of Israel, and the song is by Lenny and Varda Harris. And I'm going to talk you through the steps. Samir is going to demonstrate them because this song is pretty much fully interpretive, so I'm going to spend a lot of time explaining to you the gestures and the meaning of the steps. Okay, so this dance is going to be in 4 parts. Please don't let that scare you. This song does not have a chorus, so basically you have 4 stanzas and she just repeats them over and over. All right, so the first part is the lyrics. It goes with the lyrics, 12 Tribes of Israel, and we're going to start facing towards the inside of the circle. You have your hands out like this, and if you're going to be in a circle, each person's going to be holding hands, and we're going to be traveling counterclockwise, so she's going to do a right, behind, right, pivot, and repeat it with the left. Left, behind, left, pause. Okay, so that step behind step, some people call that a David, which is different than a klezmer, I believe. Don't quote me on that. It's just what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of people calling Davids when they just step behind, whereas a klezmer is an actual heel drag. Okay, so step behind step. We're going to call that a David. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. All right, so she just stopped that second set of Davids right there. She's facing towards the outside. She's going to end in a trichosia and a pivot turn. Okay. All right, so every single part of this dance is going to end that exact same way with the trichosia and pivot. I call that a dance signature. With my dances that I choreograph, I like to do what's called a dance signature, where there are just a couple of steps that are similar and they're found in each part of the dance. It helps me to remember as I mix around choreography for different songs that these certain parts all belong together and they belong to this one song. Okay, so it just kind of keeps a unison there. All right, and so that's half of part 1. The other half of part 2 is when the lyricist is going to go ahead and go through the 12 tribes. She's going to sing the 12 tribes, and she starts in order of their actual birth. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to be doing here. So we're facing towards the inside of the circle. We're going to start with Reuben. Now, just a little bit of background here. When I sat down and prayed about this choreography, what I did was I went back to the Word and I put 2 lists basically with the 12 names. And on the first part of it, I put the meaning of the names themselves. What I mean by that is why their mothers named them what they named them. And then on the other column, I put Jacob's blessings on his sons. Okay, so what you find most of the time when you are looking at flags that represent the 12 tribes of Israel is you're finding Jacob's blessings. All right, when I sat down and prayed about this choreography with the Lord, where I was drawn to was to choreograph it according to what their mothers named them. So that's what is going to be shown in this dance. Okay, so Reuben means see a son. So she's going to do debkas with her feet, and she's going to put her hands up to her eyes, okay, to see. All right. Next is Shimon. Shimon means to be heard or hearing. The root is the same as Shema, which also means to hear. And she's going to do debkas to the side. Her hands are to her ears, okay? The next son is Levi. And we know that Leah named her son Levi because she said, now my husband will be attached to me. So we get the meaning attached from Levi. But actually, if you study Hebrew a little bit further than that, you're going to see that Lev means the heart. That's where we get attached. Okay, and the suffix E means my. So an alternate interpretation of Levi is my heart. So she puts her hands across her heart and she's going to do Yemenites right and a Yemenite left. All right, after that we have Yehuda. She has a free right foot now, so she's going to sway right and left on Yehuda. Yehuda means praise. So you see how her hands are going up as a praise. Okay, so she just stopped on her left, and she has a free right now. Next son is Dan, or Don. Dan means to judge. He's a judge. So she's going to put her right foot to her left as a center step, and as she does that, she's also going to put her right hand in her left fist, like a judge. No.
Oh,
Dan, yeah, Dan. Dan, judge. There you go. So she's like this, together. And there's a pause there, okay? There you go. That's a pause, all right? And after the pause, the next son is Naphtali. Naphtali means to wrestle. So we're going to do this, normally it's like a cartwheel, hop in and a hop out. But instead of cartwheel hands, put your arms like this, like a sparring, you know. And go ahead and Mary, demonstrate that. So, all right, because the name means to wrestle. All right. So after Naphtali, we have God on Asher. God, or Gad as we call him, it means, he's a troop. It means troop, and Asher means happy. That's what we read in the text anyway. So coupling those together, because she says them so quickly, you got to do a set of moves that basically mean both. And Asher, when I studied the name Asher, it goes back to a root that brought me to a Psalm 1, which is, it says, blessed is the man. So for that psalm, there's actually a dance that's called Ashrei Ha'ish. Interpreted, that means blessed is the man. It goes with Psalm 1. And basically, in that dance, there is an actual step that's called an Ashrei. It's a blessed is the name, is its interpretation. So Asher, having in its root blessed, we just went ahead and put an Ashrei in there, okay? So with an Ashrei, but again, it's mixed together with Gad, which means troop. So when you think of a troop, you think of an army. So basically, we're stomping the Ashreis on each side, okay? So stomp and Ashrei, all right? So that's how we coupled both of those names together. The next name is going to be Yissachar. Yissachar means it means he will bring his reward. So she's coming forward, arms up like she's bringing a reward. After that, we have Zebulun. Zebulun means to live with, or to come together. Yes, to live with, dwell with. So she's going to do, like if she's in the center of the circle, or she's facing the circle, she's going to pivot right, turn with her right to a 2 o'clock. Come together with her left, and she puts her hands together, okay? So right is out, left together. Right is out because we have two different things here, like a marriage. Two, they come together as one, okay? So to live with. All right, and then she's going to, yes, the next son is Yosef. So she's going to pivot now with using her left. She's going to turn with her left and bring together her right to a 10 o'clock, and she brings her arms up because Yosef means to increase, okay? Raise it up, increase. All right, the last son is Benjamin, and Benjamin means son on my right hand. And basically, we're going to be doing pivot turns or basketball turn, and you're going to use your right hand coming out, okay, because it's the son of the right hand. So your hand's going to come from basically your womb area, ladies, and put your arms out, okay? So there you go, right hand out, right hand out. Okay, that's all the part one, and the rest of the parts are very, very, very simple. Part two is come up, and I adapted this from come, let us go up, and basically we're going to start in that same way. We're going to do kind of like a jog, 4 jog steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to step, hop, step, hop. Step, hop up as you pivot, step, hop. You're going to end the same way with the trichia and with a pivot turn, okay? That's all of part 2. Pretty simple. Part 3 is go through. So we're going to be going towards the circle. She's going to do a step together step as she comes in, and she's going to pivot on that right. Now left together left, pause, trichia, and pivot turn, all right? Remember, we end the same way every time, okay? So that's, this is another one of the long verses, so it has an alternate part to it as well, or second part of it, or second half of this third part. And that is lift up a banner for the people. So she's going to step right together right, towards her right, and she lifts her hands up, lifting a banner, left together left. And guess what? She's going to end with a trichia and a pivot turn. All right, and she's going to repeat that. So she can face the inside of the circle once again. Okay, Now let's talk about the last part. The last part is every tongue and tribe and nation. So we're going to do what's called four corners. I call this four corners in dance. I haven't heard it called anything else, so if you know it by something else, then please comment and let me know. But basically what this is Amira likes to do it like that, where she's just kind of pivoting on the left. I actually like to make 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like a turn, but what makes it like a 4 corners is what you do with your hands. Okay, so a lot of times we see it like this, like a calling, like a going out. But since we are calling the tongue, tribes, and nations, we're bringing our hands in. So go ahead and mirror and demonstrate that. Okay. All right, every tongue and tribe and nation. Let's join in the celebration. So let's hop around. Let's just be joyful. So 2 hopping turns, 2-point hopping turns. There you go. And immediately you're going to hold hands and you're going to march right, march left, pivot, march right, march left, pivot, and you're going to end with a tricosia and a pivot turn. All right. The reason why we're ending that way is because after let's join in the celebration. The lyricist says, let's march hand in hand to Jerusalem. Let's march hand in hand in Yeshua's name. All right, so we want to march hand in hand. Remember, the song is fully interpretive. So anyway, that is all 4 parts. We're going to demonstrate for you all 4 parts. I really hope that you have just as much fun in this dance and with this song as we did. We will see you for the demo. Shalom.
Tribes of Israel, go through